So with all this drama going on between Super Peach and Jayda, one thing stood out to me, and that was when Super Peach said, "You not the only brand I didn't reached out to, ho."
Yeah, give it to the girl.
Oh, okay.
And the reason why that stood out to me, even though I am too grown to be in these girls' business, Super Peach called her old. If Jayda is old, what am I? Ancient. But regardless, her being a brand, her saying, "You're not the only brand I reached out to," is stuck because it really shows that Jayda is a business. Jayda has Aphrodite in Capricorn. Her business is super important to her. Her business is what we know her for. It's what gets the attention. It's what brings all of the haters. It's what entices people about her. It's what makes people want to know about her.
Period, is a cutthroat industry. I always say this term: you're either going to fall short or fall in line. You have to keep up with trends. You got to keep up what's ahead, and you got to keep up with what people want.
Jayda has merged her brand with her identity, with what people think about when they think of her. And the Capricorn just jumps out from many different angles, down to how she uses her business as the aesthetic, her wearing business attire recently, and just kind of picturing herself as a boss recently, showcasing her office as a place of marketing and getting to know her, learning about her. It's all about the brand, the business. Capricorn deals with the office, it deals with business. And I think it's just such a good look for her. I think that it's really true to her, and it's going to continue to get people's attention because that is what Capricorn is very much about. It's a timelessness to Capricorn too. So when we're talking about things like blazers and a business look, that's something that's not ever really gonna go out of style. We're always going to need a good blazer. We're always going to need a good office look. That's really her niche. Like, that's up her alley, and her showcasing this part of her, I think, is extremely smart and brilliant, especially like bringing us into her workplace and using that as an area that we learn more about her. I really think that she has mastered taking her brand and making that more of the forefront. Now, I'm not saying she don't have drama. I'm not saying that we don't, learn about the drama that she's dealing with. I'm not saying that she's not petty, because we all know that those things exist. However, I think that there's a lot of marketing and branding that is very smart happening, at least recently. This view of her being a brand, this view of her being a boss, is exactly what is going to bring more attention, which is going to get more people interested into her business and what she's doing. And I think she's such a good example of Aphrodite in Capricorn. Like, so much so. But it's really interesting because we know her as a Libra, so we wouldn't think that, right? Like, you're not going to think about Capricorn when you think of her. However, when I started kind of going through her socials and really looking into it, I was like, this makes a lot of sense. And I know that at one point she was really popular for her hair, and Capricorn is also associated with the hair. It's Capricorn and Leo. And so using that as a selling point, buying and selling is Capricorn stuff. Like, it all makes sense and it comes together. And if I was working with her, this is the exact direction that I would have advised. Head to my website for your Aphrodite reading and follow for more astrology content.